Hi there! Michaela, are you there? I was just wondering why you haven't been responding to any of my messages at all. I've left you so many of them, and I feel like they're not even being read. Just how long are you going to be keeping me waiting, huh?
I'm really sorry about that, Sandra. I was just bathing the kids and putting them to bed, so I was quite busy.
Oh, really? Well, did you even read the other messages that I had sent to you? I want to know what you think. What's your answer?
You mean about bringing fireworks to the next family get-together? You said that it was going to be in celebration, right? But celebration of what exactly?
The fireworks are for the birthday celebrations, of course. We have a lot of birthdays in our family right around the meetup, and it also overlaps with the kids' summer break. So I thought this would be a great way to include some birthdays in there as well.
Oh, I see. I'm not sure I was aware that there were so many birthdays around that date.
Besides, like I said, it's for summer break. And what could be more summery than fireworks, right? I know that we can't get anything too crazy because we don't want to bother the neighbors. But I think that we had fireworks, got the grill going, let the kids play while the adults had something to drink. Oh, it would just be so fun.
So you kind of want to do a 4th of July type deal before the 4th, right? I feel like we'd need to do a lot to do all of that in time. Do you have all the supplies to make an event like that?
Oh, no, of course not. I was just thinking that you would go out and buy everything that we need. That's the whole reason why I messaged you in the first place. But I think you should be able to find everything at the outlet center downtown.
Sorry, you want me to go out and buy everything and make the preparations for this?
Yes, that's what I just said. You do that, and then we can all have a great family barbecue together. Oh, and make sure to buy things for s'mores so that we can make some of those too.
Alright. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it to the store to get all of that in time for the family reunion. I just have a really busy schedule up until then, and I don't see how I would be able to make it.
Oh, but it has to be you. I'm going to be really busy as well, and I won't have any time at all until the evening a couple days from now.
Well, I'm telling you that I'm also really busy, and asking me to do this when it'll be the middle of the week is a lot.
I know, but you can just go out and do the shopping once you put the kids down for bed. I mean, I think those stores stay open quite late, so you could just find time to do it at night, right? You should be able to get everything that you need in just one trip, I would think.
I get that, but I get the feeling that not only am I going to be the only person buying everything, but I'll be the one cleaning up everything too. So I'm sorry, but I really don't feel like doing that if that's going to be the case. I'm just too busy with other things.
Are you kidding me? Just what is it that you're so busy with, huh? I mean, it's not like you have a job. Surely you can do this to make sure that your family has a good time, right?
Sandra, I am really sorry, but I only gave birth to the twins 6 months ago, okay? I am still physically recovering and am always feeling worn down after spending a whole day taking care of both of them. So I'm sure that you can understand, from one mom to the next, that I just won't be able to do this.
Oh, don't you try to pull the mother card with me. I don't get why you're making such a big deal over this. Surely you can't be that tired. You just have to rally your energy for one night and do a little bit of shopping. And then think of how much fun everyone will be able to have because of what you did.
I get that, but I think that people are going to have enough fun just being together. And besides, that still doesn't solve the issue of the twins.
I really don't get why you keep bringing up the twins. So you had one extra kid. It can't make things that much more difficult. But if you really can't handle what I'm asking you, then that sounds like more of a you problem. Oh, wait a second, I've got it. What if you leave the twins with your parents for the day of the barbecue? Then you can take the time to prepare everything for us.
Sandra, please, there is no way that would work at all. I mean, it's a 3-hour drive there and back from their house.
Well, that's not so bad. It sounds like you still have plenty of time to get things ready.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be driving 3 hours with 2 newborn infants just to drive 3 hours back and prepare for a party.
Well, why can't you just get Jack to give you a hand? He is your husband, after all.
I know, but Jack is always talking about how busy he is and never really does much in terms of helping me with the kids. So I've been doing everything by myself, and I know what I do and don't have time for. Surely you can understand where I'm coming from, right?
Okay, then I guess you're really leaving me with no choice. You go and buy all the stuff when you can, and on the day of the party, you can hold one of the kids while you set up, and I'll watch the other one. You shouldn't be afraid to ask family for help with these sorts of things.
Oh gee, that really is so sweet of you to offer, but I just couldn't put you out like that.
Oh, it's really nothing at all, dear. You don't have to worry about that one bit. I am more than happy to help you. Just make sure that you get everything that we need to make this part happen, okay?
Do you really want to do this barbecue that badly, Sandra? I mean, it's kind of last minute anyways, and the setup is going to be really difficult. Not to mention the fact that it looks like it's going to be pretty rainy for the rest of the week, too.
Oh no, is it? I guess I forgot to check the weather. Oh well. All that means is that you can forget about the fireworks.
Why don't we just move this to another day? Or save these plans for the 4th of July? I mean, I certainly don't want to have to do all this shopping in the rain.
It would just be such a shame to throw away these plans after I've come up with them.
I know how much you like to plan, Sandra. I'm really not trying to tear you down or anything, but I just really don't think that I can help you.
But I just really wanted to make this family reunion special. I mean, it's not often that we get everyone together like this, you know? Look, I've planned tons of events before, and I think I know what I'm doing. I appreciate your concerns, but maybe just let me handle the details and you do what I tell you to do.
Sandra, I'm really sorry, but I've already explained that I'm not about to leave my kids and do this shopping for you. I've already been really stressed out lately, and this isn't helping me at all. Please understand that I've already given you my answer, and let's leave it at that.
Michaela, I hope that you haven't forgotten about the banquet that we're going to be having today.
Banquet? What do you mean? What happened to your barbecue idea?
Well, don't you remember? We had to cancel that because of the bad weather. So we're going to move everything inside and host a huge dinner for everyone.
We? Just who do you mean when you say that?
I mean, I know that maybe I was just being a bit too hopeful with the fireworks. I should have suggested that we do this in the first place.
Sandra, wait. Slow down here. I already told you that I wouldn't really be able to help with any kind of event with my kids. You do remember that, right?
Well, of course I remember. But that was when we were just talking about the barbecue. Now that everything is indoors, this is going to be a lot easier. See? Don't say that I never think about what will work best for you too.
That's really the point that I was trying to make when I said that.
But you agree with me that something indoors is easier to plan than outdoors, right? Plus, by having a big dinner in the house, you can still keep an eye on the little ones while you help me prepare.
So then, I'm going to help you, right? Because I really don't want to be left having to do all of the work.
Well, you know how bad my knees are, don't you? So I will be sitting down for most of the night, but I'll be happy to tell you what to do to make sure that everything goes perfectly.
So, you're not going to do anything to actually, physically help me with the party?
Well, I just said that I was going to be giving you instructions for what to do. Isn't that enough?
All that means to me is that I'm going to be the one doing all of the work, Sandra.
But you're so much younger and full of life than I am. If I was your age, I would be more than happy to help my elderly mother-in-law with throwing a party. And with my expert instructions, I promise that everything is going to be very easy for you.
Sandra, it isn't that I don't want to help you, but I have the twins to take care of, and they are a full-time job. I just won't be able to help you. I really would appreciate it if you could just reschedule this family reunion for another time, or maybe do it at someone else's house.
Ugh, I knew I should have expected something like this from you. Here I thought you might like to step up and be part of the family, but it's always excuses with you.
I'm not making excuses. I'm letting you know my limitations of what I'm willing to help you with. But if you're not going to be actually doing anything and making me do all the heavy lifting, then I don't want to do this.
But I've already invited everyone over for this.
So then you've already set a date for this and everything. That isn't fair! You can't assume that I'm going to be free or that I'll be able to help you in the way you need for this.
Oh, please, you're just a housewife. Don't act like you don't have plenty of free time.
I do not have free time! I am literally a new mother to twins! That means I am always cooking for 3, changing 2 people at once, doubling my time for doctor's appointments. Just when did you set this banquet of yours for, anyway?
It's going to be in 4 days, if you must know.
So then you planned for this to happen in the middle of the week.
And just what is so wrong with that? Why are you so fixated on that?
Because I have plans then, and I won't be able to help you.
And just what are your plans that are so important, huh?
Well, my sister is coming to visit my parents.
Ugh, what? The timing for that could not be worse.
Exactly. That's what I've been trying to tell you, Sandra. The least you could have done was ask me about possible dates beforehand, and then maybe we could have tried to work something out. But if you don't move this to another day, then there's no way that I'd be able to help at all.
You really must think the world revolves around you, huh? Are you really going to prioritize seeing your sister over doing this for your own family? Why don't you tell your sister to come another day? Tell her that you already agreed to help with something else and you won't be able to see her.
But I didn't agree to anything at all.
So you're telling me that you think your side of the family is more important than your husband's? I can't believe my poor son married such a selfish woman.
That isn't what I'm saying at all, and you know that. You're not being fair to me.
I don't want to hear whatever excuse you've prepared for yourself. You need to learn to shut up and do what your mother-in-law tells you to do. I have already scheduled this family banquet, and there is nothing that is going to change those plans.
Well, then I just won't be able to help you with any of that. Do you understand that?
I can't believe you're choosing to act this way with me.
I'm not acting like anything. I've made myself very clear about this whole thing.
Well then, I guess I'll have no choice but to explain to my relatives that you didn't care enough about them or me to help with dinner. I'm sure they would all just love you after that, don't you think? If you want things to go well with my relatives, you'll do as I say or else.
I don't see why you can't just invite them over and we all order pizza or something. It doesn't have to be some big, elaborate banquet.
There you go again, just treating my family like they don't matter, or that they're not worth putting any effort into, please. If this is really how you're going to be, then maybe I need to talk to my son about getting a divorce with you. I don't think he realizes just how useless his wife really is. Michaela, what is the meaning of this? Why isn't anything ready for the banquet at all?
Is it already time for people to be coming over?
What kind of response is that? Of course it is! I told you that this was happening and that there was nothing you could do to change it, remember? Don't act like you didn't know my relatives were coming.
I actually don't think anyone is coming, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm certainly not going to go anyways, so please don't bother me about this.
What do you mean nobody is coming? What are you talking about?
I mean that none of your relatives said they were going to come. There is going to be no banquet, get it?
I still don't understand what you mean.
I mean that I told them not to come.
What do you mean? You did this? You're the reason nobody is going to come to our important family reunion?
Sorry, I should have made myself more clear. I only told them not to come because every single person I invited said that they really didn't want to go. They all thought that doing something like this in the middle of the week was just going to be a big chore.
That isn't true. Everyone should have been really excited for this.
Who would be excited about some big dinner party with drinks in the middle of the week? People have jobs and school, and they don't have time for something like what you wanted.
Don't you dare speak for my family as if you know them better than I do. I have been planning events like this since you were in diapers. I know what my family likes.
Actually, it's a good thing you did ask me to invite everyone in your place. They all told me that they hated going to your events, but you just never stopped asking until they agreed to go. I guess they were all more comfortable telling me no. And anyways, that's why not a single person said they were going to be there for the party.
You're lying to me. I know that you are.
Well, you're more than welcome to wait and see for yourself, but I'm not going to be there.
You must have just told everyone that it was canceled, and that's why no one is going to show up. I'm sure if I called people and told them that it was still happening, that everyone would come running.
Okay, then go ahead and try that.
Oh, how could you do this to me? I was really looking forward to this.
Well, it sounds to me like you were the only person in your family who was. That you were still going to make me do all the work for an event that no one would have wanted to go be at anyway.
Shut up! How are you to talk to your mother-in-law like that? Just who do you think you are, huh?
I think that I'm someone who has been very reasonable and patient with you while you have been nothing of the sort to me. Anyways, I have things I need to do. Goodbye.
This is all your fault, you little brat!
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this family gathering that I heard was going on without my knowing!
Oh, that. Right. Yeah, I'm going to that. Although since I'm breastfeeding, I won't be drinking, of course.
But I don't get it. Why wasn't I invited? I mean, I was the one who planned to have a family gathering in the first place.
Because this isn't one of your huge elaborate parties, Sandra. This is just a small gathering for whomever can make it on the weekend. You always go way over the top and it's intimidating to your family who have to deal with it when they'd rather just be able to relax.
But that's not fair! What's wrong with wanting to do something big for my family like I always do?
I already explained this to you. You can't just plan these big dinners or barbecues or drinking parties in the middle of the week. I don't know if you've realized this, but your family aren't the kinds of people to do day drinking or go to work hungover. They don't do big, elaborate parties. They want a quiet, small gathering where they can relax and feel like they can talk freely.
And you're saying that I don't do that for my family? Is that really why nobody showed up last week?
That's what I was trying to explain to you! Yes!
But this isn't fair. Now there's some family event and I'm the only one not invited? I thought my family loved me more than that.
It's not that they don't love you, but it's that you tend to go overboard with the drinking at these things and it really puts people off.
Shut up! How dare you try and tell me how I make my family feel? You don't know what you're talking about!
Don't blame me because you don't know your family as well as you thought, okay? You're the one who keeps making these big plans without asking about anyone's schedules or anything like that at all. If anything, you've proven that you don't know what your family wants.
Don't talk to me like that! I am your mother-in-law!
That doesn't mean that you can treat me however you'd like, you know?
But I just wanted to see my family!
And it's not that they don't want to see you either, but they want to see you at an event that works for their schedule and where they don't have to worry about you drinking too much.
Do they really all feel that way about me?
I think it would help if you didn't try and plan these things once a month. I mean, do you have any idea how hard it is for everyone to coordinate a day that they can see each other once a month? Besides, most family reunions happen once or twice a year. You just don't need to be doing so much, Sandra. I get that you have a lot of free time, but most of your family isn't retired like you.
So you think that I do what I do because I'm bored? Is that what you think of me?
I'm just passing along what I've heard from your family, that's all. If you want to talk about this anymore, why don't you take it up with them? I have to go and take care of my twins now. After that, Sandra finally seemed to settle down a bit. She called her relatives and they confessed how they really felt about her events. After that, she started planning much smaller gatherings and much less frequently. It was only once a year or so that we started having our family reunions. And when we did, people showed up early to help set up and stayed afterwards to help with the cleaning. Sandra even started limiting herself to 3 drinks at the events and stuck to it very strictly. It seemed like all of her family was grateful to see that, and her mood even began to improve. Now Sandra and I get along much better, and so do the rest of her family too. Her and I still have a long way to go in terms of our relationship with each other, but I'm glad that this didn't end up a total disaster for everyone involved. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Steve. Where did you go? I looked all over the hotel, but I can't find you. Let's go have lunch.
Something surprising happened to me. I was just filled with my own sense of destiny.
What do you mean? What happened?
Don't be surprised. I just met Mia.
Huh? What do you mean you met Mia?
Well, as far as I can tell, she's still hung up on me. The look in her eyes told me that.
Of course not. She's married. She's living happily with her wonderful husband.
You dumped her and hurt her, didn't you?
There's no way she's still in love with you. Stop making weird assumptions.
No. She's so attached to me that she had to follow us on her honeymoon.
I've never heard that from her.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to get back together with your sister.
What? What are you talking about? We just got married. We're on our honeymoon right now. There's no way you're going back together with Mia.
Are you jealous? But you know what? Now that I know how she feels about me, I have to get back with her.
Huh?
I have to take responsibility as a man.
What's going on here?
We're on our honeymoon, but we're canceling the marriage.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I mean, are you out of your mind? Is this some kind of joke? Because it's not funny at all.
What are you talking nonsense? I'm serious. I even talked to her.
Seriously?
I was strolling through the hotel garden and for some reason, she was there. I couldn't help but talk to her, and she smiled kindly and said she was here alone. When I heard she said that, I felt destiny.
Huh?
She still has feelings for me. She couldn't forget me even after she got married, so she chased after me, right? What a pure heart she has. It would be a shame for a man to let that go.
There must be some mistake. What about me then?
Are you jealous? Well, I understand. We were just on our honeymoon.
That's right. We've only been married for 2 days. And you're calling it a divorce already?
That's right. As I said, I feel sorry for you that we've been married for only 2 days. But I was struck by Mia's love, you know?
I think that's a complete assumption. Mia is married, you know that.
Oh my God, don't you get it? Married or not, there's no barrier to loving someone.
Isn't that too selfish? One day you just dumped her like a thing because you were tired of her. And then you walked away. I've seen with my own eyes how desperate she was. She said she never wanted to see you again.
That's not true. Then why did she follow me on my honeymoon?
I think you're wrong. Actually, Mia is happily married and living a happy life. She didn't attend our wedding because she didn't want to see you. I understand how she feels, so I was okay with that.
That was her plan. She made me think so and planned to follow me on our honeymoon. There's no doubt about it.
You're dreaming. I'm speechless. There's absolutely no way that's true.
You know what? I feel like Mia and I are destined to be together. I think it's a sign that we should be together.
Okay. That's enough. Don't be silly. Let's go have lunch.
Are you mocking me? Are you making fun of Mia's true feelings?
What? I don't understand. Why would you think that?
She couldn't forget me no matter how hard she tries. That's why she chased me all the way here, right? Don't you understand she's in love with me?
That doesn't make any sense at all. Mia was able to meet a wonderful man and got married. She's living a happy life, you know? There's no way she would have followed you here.
Then why is she here at the hotel?
Well...
You wouldn't be alone in a foreign country without a reason. You're so jealous that you can't comprehend her pure heart.
Huh? That's enough.
Is there any way to get a divorce right away?
What?
I want to divorce you right away and tell her how I feel about her.
Steve, what are you talking about? What are you trying to do?
I'm going to go find out how we can get divorced right now.
Steve, wait a minute, please. Hey, Steve, How long are you going to be out there? Why don't you come back to our room?
Hey, Nora, I'm at the front desk.
What are you doing at the front desk?
I was doing some research. I found the divorce papers on the internet, so I'm having them printed out.
What? Divorce papers? Are you serious? Are you seriously thinking of divorcing me?
Of course I am. I told you. I really felt Mia's love. I'm going to continue my trip with her from now on.
Huh?
I know this is in reverse order, but I'm going to enjoy my honeymoon with Mia first. And then, I'm going to register our marriage after I return to the US. I'll decide where to live after that.
So that's why you're preparing the divorce papers now?
That's right. You're so correct. So, why don't you go home first?
What do you mean?
It's obvious, isn't it? Go home first and file the divorce papers.
Huh? How selfish are you? Besides, did you even ask how Mia really feels about you?
That's not necessary. I understood everything with her gentle smile. She couldn't really say anything since you were here. That's why she wanted to follow me on the honeymoon and see me at a glance. She was trying to tell me her feelings by her eyes.
You're a real easygoing guy, aren't you? It's too ridiculous to keep listening to you.
What the hell? You're mad at me because my feelings have returned to Mia? I'm definitely divorcing you.
All right. I'm with you on the divorce. I was a fool to have high hopes for you.
What are you talking so cocky about? You just go home and file the divorce papers as soon as possible.
All right, I'll go home first. I don't care what's going to happen to you.
Hey, Nora, you're home already, right?
Yes, I am. You're enjoying your honeymoon with Mia, right?
Well,
I just filed the divorce papers. Now that you and I are divorced, I'm happy to say that it went off without a problem. You just wanted to make sure I filed it, right?
no, it's...
What's wrong?
I was wrong.
What?
About Mia. I was completely mistaken.
I'm sure you were. I told you she is married. There was no way she was following you on her honeymoon.
I was strolling around the hotel trying to get back together with her. Then I ran into her again. I asked her to marry me now that we're divorced. She said, "Don't say such a horrible thing."
I told you, she never wanted to see you again.
Then I asked her why she gave me that kind smile. She said she couldn't do anything but smile. She said she was so stiff she couldn't move.
I'm sure that's true. Because she didn't attend the wedding because she didn't want to see you. It must have been hell for her to see you there.
Don't talk like that.
Which one of us is the terrible one?
Mia was staying at that hotel on a business trip.
Oh, was she? Come to think of it, I think she was talking about a business trip around the time of the wedding.
What? Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Because I had totally forgotten about it.
She said she married her boss at work and they are happy. Since they work at the same place, so he understands her position very well and is the best partner she could have.
That's what I heard too. I told you she's living a happy marriage life.
When she heard you started dating me, she wanted us to break up, but she just couldn't say that, seeing your happy face with me. But she was happy that we got divorced so soon.
Is that right? I appreciate the way she feels about it. I know I'm right too. I'm glad I divorced you so quickly.
Don't say that, Nora. I want you to get back together with me. I still want to stay married to you. I thought you were the only one. I'm sure the whole reason I met Mia was to make sure you were the only one for me.
Don't be naive. Who would want to get back together with a lousy guy like you? I have no intention of getting back together with you.
Yeah? Were you really going to be so cold about it?
Of course. Think about what you did. Besides, I told your parents that we're divorced.
Seriously?
Well, they were so mad at you. They said they couldn't allow their son to do such a shameful thing. They apologized over and over again.
Oh my God.
So I told them about the time you dumped Mia, and they got even more furious. They don't consider you as their son anymore. They said they will never let you step into their home because they're breaking off the relationship with you.
Oh no.
Well, I don't know if anyone will take your side. When you come back, you're going to have to do your best to live on your own.
Wait a minute. I want to start over with you, Nora. I'm going to remarry you and be happy.
I refuse to get back together with you. I doubt I'll ever see you again, but I wish you well.
Wait a minute. Nora, it's an emergency. Reply to me. Please, respond immediately.
What is it already? You're so persistent. I have nothing to say to you.
That's the thing. I'm supposed to be back home tomorrow. And I can't find my passport. Do you know where it is?
Your passport? I don't have your passport. You must have lost it.
No way. I understand I'm not very good at organizing. That's why I left it with you, because I didn't want to lose it.
What? I don't remember about keeping your passport.
No, I put it in your suitcase. I put it in the zipper part of your suitcase.
You're lying, right? I'm going to check it now. I'll get back to you. I checked my suitcase, and I found your passport in the inside zipper.
I knew it. I definitely left it with you. I was not lying, right? I knew it was in your suitcase.
You just put it there on your own, didn't you? You didn't tell me anything about it.
What are you talking about? I told you. You took my passport on purpose to harass me, didn't you? You must have been really frustrated that I told you that I was going to get back together with Mia.
Huh? Don't be silly. Why would I do such stupid thing? I don't even want to see you, so I didn't do it.
I don't care what you did, but if you have my passport, I'm not able to go home. Do something about it.
You don't have to come home, do you? Why don't you go find a job and live there?
Huh? You've got to be kidding me. Now come back with my passport.
Huh? Why should I do that? You're the one who suddenly asked me to leave, remember? And there's no way I'm going back there. Do something about it yourself.
You're being too irresponsible.
You're the one who sent me back. Besides, there are ways to get back home without a passport. I'm going to explain to you how to do it, and you're going to do it exactly as I say, okay?
You want me to do it myself?
There's no one else who can take care of the formalities for you, right?
That's true, but...
First, go to the embassy or consulate general and tell them you lost your passport. And they will take care of you.
Where is the embassy or consulate general?
Just check the map or ask someone. Also, travel documents for temporary return are often issued relatively quickly. I recommend a travel document rather than getting a new passport.
I don't care what you recommend.
Once your travel document is issued, contact the airline to reconfirm your flight. Make sure you can board with your travel document. After explaining everything so carefully, I'm sure you'll be fine.
You want me to do it myself? It's your fault that I don't have a passport, right?
If you don't want to do it, that's fine. You don't have to come back. I'm a stranger who's already divorced from you. I don't care what happens to you.
Don't say that. I want to go back to my home.
Then you're on your own.
Oh no.
So when you get back home, my lawyer will be talking to you.
Huh? Lawyer?
Yes. We're going to have to discuss about alimony, wedding, and the honeymoon trip expenses. So I've decided to ask a lawyer who works at my office to help me. It's faster to have these discussions through a specialist. Above all, I don't want to see your face or hear your voice.
Oh no.
I sent the contact information of my lawyer to your boss at your office.
Wait a minute. What does my boss have to do with this? Why would you do that?
Because your parents have broken off the relationship with you too. There was nowhere else to send. After consulting with my lawyer, it was decided that sending it to your boss would be the surest way to tell you. So that's what I did. Well then, good luck.
Nora, wait. This whole thing was my fault. Please, forgive me. I'll get down on my knees and apologize from the bottom of my heart. Just give me one more chance. I want you to get back together with me.
I told you I'm not. I nor my sister have no intention of getting back together with you. From now on, don't ever appear in front of us again. If you ever contact me or show yourself to me, I will have to deal with you immediately through my lawyer.
Nora, don't be so harsh. Listen to me. I know how much I love you. Nora!
Steve somehow made it back to the US, but through my lawyer, he was charged for the wedding and honeymoon, as well as alimony. The amount was a lot that he couldn't handle it on his own, and he couldn't rely on his parents. So he borrowed money and paid it all in one lump sum. Furthermore, since I sent the lawyer's contact information to his workplace, this incident came to light within the office. As a result, his sloppy behavior became known, and he was subjected to cold stares. Some employees started whispering about what was going on, and Steve found it hard to concentrate on his work. He had no choice but to quit his job. With debts, he is now working several part-time jobs a day to make ends meet. I don't know how long he will be able to keep his strength, but I hope he will be able to repay his debts. I have to start a new life on my own. I will have doubts in men for a while, but I hope that one day I will meet a wonderful man and want to marry him.